this is Lil. Welcome to the Cosmic Trial Guide for Cyclops. I've decided to update these and add video to go with them. I'm going to have the talents and items all on the build guide. I don't want to spend a lot of time going over them here. The one thing I do want to show quickly is my infinity points. You can see that I have 0 spent in any tabs except for the time gem. I have 152 points spent total. I set 150 as the kind of the minimum that I use for these guides. I think it's a good number to hit and pass the trial with any character with that many IP. Over here on my buffs, I just want to point these out. This is from the Civil War event. This is my Genosha. This is a currency buff. That's the armor event. And then XP and a combo boost, just like to show that I'm not running like random buffs or anything while I'm doing this either. So we're going to hop in and I'm going to walk you through how Cyclops does this. So our basic idea, our thought process, what we want to do is we're going to be using our Overwatch ability down here and our Master Tactician to buff right before we use our biggest damage ability, which is our Emma call-in and our Beast call-in. Emma's like a big hit one time, and Beast will hang around for a little bit. So we want to buff both of them before we call them in. And then our signature we'll use to help clear trash. Same thing with the Ricochet Beam. Both of these abilities are here for that. When we get to single target, we're going to use the Focus Beam. And the items that I have in the build, mostly the River Soul that I put on for the Rune Word, and the Spirit Regen on Med Kit allow me to just hold the Focus Beam down as long as I want. So you don't have to worry about running out of Spirit. You don't need a generator with this. Cyclops has damage issues as it is, so we don't really want to waste one of our slots spamming a basic attack. And I'm just going to keep clearing these guys out. The one thing I've noticed in my experience with these Cosmic Trials is if you can get through Madam Hydra, you're probably pretty good to clear the trial. As long as you don't have to use your ult to beat Madam Hydra, so I'm not going to be using my ult, so I'm going to save that for Red Skull. I probably wouldn't need it to clear him, I just use it when I'm transitioning into his phase just to help clear up any trash and all that. So Madam Hydra is here, so I'm going to focus on her and I'll let my area damage take care of the remaining Hulk Busters. I'm not going to try to focus on hitting them. So Cyclops has pretty low damage. It is one of the harder characters to clear the trial with, so it will take some investment as far as gear. I'll go over this in my gearing section in the guide, but you do have to put more investment. The artifacts that I have are a little bit stronger artifacts, or maybe a little bit more time intensive to farm because they're a little bit better artifacts than some of the very basic ones I've used in other guides, because he just needs help making up for that. So now that the minion is in, Madam Hydra is shielded, Jessica's going to keep hitting her, even though she can't deal damage, but I'm going to focus on the guard. And bodyguard's down, we're back on her. So the one thing Cyclops does do well that helps him clear these trials is he does clear trash pretty well. So it just gives us a lot of time to work down these bosses. You can see my spirit slowly going down, but then every time I pop a med kit, it comes back up. So I do sometimes pop med kits even when I'm at full health just to get the 100 spirit. Oh, there goes Madam Hydra. Only had to do one bodyguard. Alright, so I'm going to go over to the trash phase for Red Skull. Another kind of key thing, or thing I think makes the trials a lot easier, is using Jessica Jones as a team up. My Jessica Jones does not have gear that's super useful for Cyclops. Like, she's got like physical gear on her for how it benefits you, but her grouping is just invaluable. It keeps everything together nice and tidy for you. A little bit of a lag spike there. keep standing around holding left click because I'm used to having that as my filler. And it's on cooldown so it doesn't do anything. So when you see my character just standing there doing nothing, it's me trying to shoot my beams.
Submit to the Red Skull, inferior being.
That's just like when Madam Hydra popped up. Now the Red Skull's up, I'm going to switch to him, and I'll let my area damage take care of the ads that are still up. I'm going to pop both of my buffs and then use my ult and summon Emma.
We're doing this my way.
I'm going to hold off on using Overwatch and my Beast right now until my other abilities come up. I'll just pop them to get rid of this Sentinel Alpha as quick as possible. This is the same as the Madam Hydra fight. Red Skull's going to get a shield. You have to kill the ad to make the shield go down. The one nice thing about him is it's specifically at health markers, so he only ever gets 2 shields. Madam Hydra, it's like a health marker end time, so she can sometimes get more shields, which is a little annoying.
We'll never stop fighting back.
That's the last of his shields, so I have a minute and a half just to work his health down. The signature does root you in place, but it does also give you a damage reduction, which is, I guess, offsetting a little bit. So the biggest thing for this, if you are struggling with Cyclops, like I said, his damage is low. So if we're stopping holding that focus beam down because we're out of spirit, or we need to use a basic to get spirit back up, and you have to drop one of these buffs or one of these other abilities, you're not going to have a good time. So if you're on the belt here, you can see I have the River of the Soul. That's giving me some spirit cost reduction and some spirit back when I hit. His glasses here also are giving me back some spirit recovery per second and maximum spirit. And then also on the catalyst, this is the big one. 2 big things on the catalyst. You want to gain a damage shield equal to 50% of your maximum health in the yellow text there. And then in the green text, regenerate 25% of your health and 100 spirit when you use a med kit. Those 2 things are helping with survivability and spirit regen a ton. So that was all. Thanks.